popo thing is water paper, but this motherfucking Grey Goose, baby.
It's time. Your triple bogey, long shot parlay, full send degenerates at a place to call home. Look no further. It's the D-Gen Podcast.
What is good, everybody? Welcome back to the D-Gen Podcast. I'm your host, Wayne Wagyu, alongside my fellow co-host, as always, Mikey Rom. NFL Week 16. Christmas time, Mikey Rom.
Yes.
No better time to pick Week 16. Let's hope Santa, his reindeer, Mrs. Claus are all good to us.
Bring some winners.
Lots of winners. But in the meantime, let's not forget, as always, this podcast presented to you by Sleeper. Go to the App Store, download the Sleeper app, and use promo code RF-DGEM Podcast to get a 100% deposit match on your first deposit up to $100. Secondly, Sunday Swagger. Go to sundayswagger.com. Christmas, like we just said, right around the corner. It's Christmas, almost Christmas week. It's basically Christmas week.
Good time to get some gear.
Go to sundayswagger.com. Use promo code DGEN15 to get 15% off your entire bag at checkout for you. We'll love to honor anybody else in your life that just wants to look good, feel good, and play good. And last but not least, Mikey, tonight we're doing some vodka cranberry Cape Cod crack cocktails.
Yes.
Diving in. Oh, I think this one might have
so it's
burst.
going to explode. And
This
let's see what
one-
happens here.
I think that one's just broken.
No, it's good.
Yeah, I think
No, it's good.
there's no leakage.
No, we're good.
All right, well, it did take a tumble in my car. I'm not gonna-
All right.
So cheers.
Cheers.
And wouldn't be a...
I kind of like that one.
Wouldn't, yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it wouldn't be a proper Christmas podcast unless we brought Santa's hat. Which caveat? This is a small. I
Yeah,
went to
this
CVS.
idiot.
They did not properly label the sizes,
It said small on the label. I don't want people to get twisted. It said small on the label. He didn't look at the label, so.
but the label was like so hard to find. Anyways, I can't wear the hat, so Santa reaches deep into his hat, and what does he find? Some root beer nips. Absolutely
You guys can't see it off screen without landing in a crazy way, the hat.
perfect.
I love it. All right.
Cheers.
Root beer?
I
What the fuck is wrong with you, root
I
beer?
buckled under pressure. The lady at the pack, he was like, "Hey, like, are you good?" Like, because I was like focusing on the nip section, and then I was like, "Just give me a root beer." She's like, "What?" I'm like, two
man,
root beer."
You panic bought. All right, whatever.
I
Fuck it.
panic button the root
I'm
beer.
about to gag.
All right, here
cheers,
we go.
Merry Christmas. Oh, yeah, that's gross. Okay.
Especially when it's warm. Ugh. Well, we'll watch it down with Connor.
Yeah.
All right, so NFL Week 16, huge week in terms of playoff implications, Mikey.
Yes.
A lot going on. We missed last week, NFL Week 15. Probably a good week to miss because we did not exactly catch fire on our picks, but we bounced back from that. We bounced back on Thursday Night Football,
Yeah, I've been money.
8 o'clock.
14-2 Thursday night.
Mikey, Thursday night
14-2.
is...
Check the tapes. It's true. I swear to God.
I know. Mikey Thursday nights is absolutely a fucking real thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fucking.
So I'm actually like kind of excited to hear your pick here.
All right.
Rams taking on the Saints. Rams are at home, -4.5 on the money line. On the spread. -196 on the money line. 46.5 is the total. The Saints do have a little bit of a look-ahead spot here against the Bucs next week on the road. Mikey Rom fighting to get into the playoffs right now, looking at a 9 seed in the standings overall. So just huge implications next week, but they cannot overlook this Los Angeles Rams team. Matt Stafford and the Rams look great. Are they great enough to cover -4.5?
Yeah, this is easy pick. This is like 15-2, Mikey, Thursday night. It's like Rams in a blowout here. The Rams are for real. They're fucking rolling right now. They got that offense is rolling. Matt Stafford looks great. And Kyron Williams is a top 3 running back in the league right now. So they got a right this second for sure.
I mean, his touchdown production is
He catches the ball.
really good.
He runs the ball. He scores touchdowns. He does fumble, which is a little concerning.
I'm
but-
reeling in. I'm saying top 5. We cannot go. I think top 3 is very aggressive.
Okay. McCaffrey, who's 2?
Saquon,
Okay, and then who's 3?
DeAndre Swift.
No. All right, we'll agree to
All right.
disagree on that one. But yeah, Rams are a good team. They're fighting for a playoff spot as well. The Saints, they keep winning these games, and these scores are like not telling the story. They stink. If you watch their games, which I know nobody is because they're fucking in that bum ass division, one of those teams is going to have to make the playoffs. It'll probably be a team with a losing record, which is always fun. But they stink. Their offense isn't good. Their defense is mediocre at best. So I think the Rams at home here. I like them to cover this spread. I might buy this up to like 6.5. That's how confident I am in this.
Jeez. Well, I mean, I'll be honest, Derek Carr, he did have a decent week last week. The Saints as a whole had a decent week offensively for a team that's really been struggling. For what I've seen for most of the year, they do much better with Jameson there, our boy. But Derek Carr started this week. I don't think that they put 2 weeks of consistent offense together just based off the large sample of what we've seen so far this season. They at one point they had went almost 2.5 games without scoring a touchdown. That's the identity of this team. That's who they really are. The Ram defense isn't a slouch defense either. He's going to have Aaron Donald chasing after him. I just think this, as much as this seems like a layup at -4.5, people are going to think, oh, Vegas. A lot of these spreads actually this week, people are going to be like, oh, this is super chalky and Vegas and this and that. Vegas is going to win. I'm not overthinking it. -4.5. I don't even care that 71% of the bets are on it.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't care. Still love it.
I don't care. Matt Stafford in the Los Angeles Rams. Puka Nacua, that guy.
He's having an unreal rookie year.
Unreal. And disclaimer, the Saints horrible against the spread this year. On the other side of the ball, Rams, one of the best.
Yeah.
Top 7 or 8 in the league.
Yeah.
Moving on to a game that I am a little bit disappointed in, just for the fact that Jamar Chase will not be playing in this divisional rivalry. Cincinnati Bengals are currently on the road against the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is a Saturday game, by the way. Saturday, 4:30. Disclaimer for all you guys that need to pay attention to the schedule. Bengals currently -1.5 on the road, -134 on the money line. 37 is the total. Steelers coming off an absolute ass whooping last week against the Colts. Starting Mason Rudolph this week, Mikey Ron. Honestly, if you would rewind 3 weeks ago and it was a Jake Browning versus Mason Rudolph show, I wouldn't watch this game. But because Jake Browning is
good. He's been
legit,
fucking good.
He is legit. And talk about, we've seen in the NFL how valuable, more so this year than any year I can ever remember, the backup quarterback being, right? There's been just an insane amount of injuries at the QB position this season. I don't know if they trade Jake Browning because he's on a rookie contract. It's a team-friendly deal. But the amount of trade bait they have right now sitting in their back pocket for anything they need to get, whether it's through the draft or just a straight-up body, is insane. With that being said, I'm all over Jake Browning here, even without Jamar Chase, -1.5. I'll just buy it down and just go to the money line to play it safe.
Yeah.
Realistically, you're not losing too much. You lose them -14
Yeah.
at that. So I feel more comfortable in the money line. So give me the Bengals money line here in this matchup against a fucking dumpster fire Pittsburgh Steelers team.
Yeah, the Steelers, they are who they thought we were. Let them off the hook. Yeah, they stink. Their true colors are coming out right now. They were winning these games early in the year in ridiculous ways. The defense was playing really well. Jamar Chase being out is a little concerning. Mason Rudolph in there at quarterback is a bit concerning to me as well. I don't know. Something about this game just tells me to bet the over, even with those injuries. 37 is pretty low. I feel like this is like a gotcha under game where everyone's going to see these injuries and say, oh, it's going to be a low scoring game. Like take the under. So I'm going to zag when people are zigging on this one. Most of my slate this week is pretty chalky, but for this one, I'm going to zag. I'm going to go over 37.
Also, side note, I used to be a huge George Pickens fan. He's that guy. He's a dog.
But he don't block.
He actually came out and said, they're like, hey, why the fuck aren't you blocking? And he legit said, I just don't want to get injured.
Yeah.
Like, what, dude? What the fuck?
Yeah, you can't say that out loud. Like, okay, you can think that, but you got to say something else.
That's like an internal thought. Like that's
Yeah.
that's the equivalent to like being in a room and not saying the dark humor that's in your mind.
Yeah, this wide receivers coach for the Steelers, they got to be on the chop block. We got Deontay Johnson like a couple weeks ago, no effort, fucking on these plays.
Brutal.
These wide receivers are just like big time divas, it seems. So they got to look at the wide receiver coach there. But that's a sidebar.
Moving on, Saturday night, Mikey Rum, 8 o'clock. The Buffalo Bills will be in Los Angeles taking on the Chargers. Chargers currently plus 12.5 home dogs right now. Plus 560 on the money line, 43.5 is the total. Man, first and foremost, congratulations to the Chargers for finally growing a set and firing Brendan Staley. Like I had said, in previous weeks, the worst coach in NFL history based off the amount of talent that he had on offense and what they've done. Injuries and no injuries, horrible in all aspects. Now, the Chargers relying on Easton Stick.
Great name.
To deliver. The guy that came out and basically said that North Dakota State wasn't the NFL, but he's used to winning. Well, bud, there was your wake-up call last week, and here's your second wake-up call this week because the Buffalo Bills are coming to town. They're going to fuck your world up.
Yeah.
They're a scary team to play right now. They're on fire. They beat the Cowboys last week. Actually, no, they dismantled the fucking Cowboys last week by Keyrom.
What did I say about the 10? What did I say about the Cowboys?
I mean, how about them fucking Cowboys? How about them Bills, dude? Josh Allen is catching heat at the right time. This is a scary team. They're going to make the playoffs. They're going to make a run. They're currently 9th in the AFC in terms of seeding. They're 2 spots away. They win this week. Honestly, they think they win out, to be honest, the rest of the season.
They got a good schedule.
Minus 12.5, though, is a lot of points.
It is.
I actually like this total just for the fact that the Bills have shown at times their defense allows points. Last week, the Chargers did put up points against the Raiders 20-21, even though they lost 63-21.
43-0 at halftime.
63-21.
Yeah, and that's a Raiders team that didn't score the week before.
So I do like the total here. I do like 43.5 over. All right. Yeah. I do like 43.5 over. I will sprinkle Bills minus 12.5, but more than likely I'll be pushing it and buying it down to the 9.5.
Okay, yeah, I'm fucking all over the total here. 43.5. I'd like the Bills to cover this themselves. I mean, the fucking Raiders almost covered that amount of points in the first half last week, and that's a Raiders team coming off a 0-point effort the week before. So yeah, I like the over here. Chargers are good for maybe like 14 garbage time points here, but the Bills are rolling. Like you said, they're catching fire at the right time, and I think they could easily cover this by themselves. So yeah, I really like the over here. I think that over is pretty low for this game.
Yeah, I think that this is like a total smash spot for a total if you ever saw one all season long.
Yeah, get ready for 7-0. Fucking like get ready for 7-3. Fucking Josh Allen runs in a touchdown at the end of the game.
We have our first Sunday game, Mikey. Indianapolis Colts coming in at 9-5 against the spread this season. Who would have thought? I mean, they're tied for the best.
Now this is a team with a good coach.
Tied for best in the league against the spread.
Yeah, taking
on an absolute miserable team against the spread. One of the worst, as a matter of fact. In the Falcons, so bad that they lost to the Panthers last week. Can we get a clap? Panthers catch a W, helping our New England Patriots secure a better draft spot. We need one more.
We need one more.
I don't know if they get it this week, by the way. That's actually the next game on the slate. We'll be talking about the Panthers and the Packers. But Falcons coming off just a terrible loss in the rain. It was a tough game. I will say weather usually can make a really good team.
They're a dome team too. So
yeah, they come down and play to any other bad team's level. But I don't think that matters here. I can't believe the Indianapolis Colts are plus 1.5. Like I had said in the beginning of the episode, that a lot of these lines are going to just make you want to jump because they're super chalky. But, I mean, I'm buying the chalk this week. I am. And I'm taking the Indianapolis Colts plus 1.5. Indianapolis Colts hanging on to a playoff spot right now. They're currently the 7th seed. I don't think they let up against a inferior Falcons team. So give me the Colts.
I'm actually on the Falcons here.
Woo, Desmond Ridder, God bless you.
Listen, I don't think he's going to start. I think it's going to be, who's the other dude?
Taylor Heineke.
Heineke, yeah. If it's Heineke, this is a smash spot for me. Look, everything you just said makes perfect sense about the Colts, how they've been covering. They're a scrappy team. They're in the playoff hunt, obviously. But so are the Falcons somehow still in that bum-ass division. And I think this is the type of game Arthur Smith, like, either you win this game or you get fired at the end of the year kind of situation.
Which is a shame because he's, for the talent level that he has on his team,
good mustache.
Very respectable mustache. But for the talent he has on his team, they've actually done very well.
Yeah. I mean, their offense is good. I mean, the defense is, they have talent, like you said. Shout out Bijan for getting 1 point last week, by the way. Almost fucked me in DraftKings. But we survived. That was like unbelievable to watch. I'm like checking the stat line. I'm like doing like girlfriend activities. I'm looking at my fucking phone. And he's got fucking 8 yards and a fumble. It's like, what the fuck? That being said, I think they bounce back this week. I think Bijan actually gets the ball this week. And I think they probably win this game. And if they don't, Arthur Smith is definitely on the chopping block. So for that reason, I'm roll Falcons. But I honestly like the Colts pick as well. This one could go either way.
Yeah, I mean, I think I feel a lot more comfortable teasing the Colts up here, just for the sake of like securing a bet.
Yeah.
But that shouldn't scare you away from betting this game. I think the plus 1.5 is obviously totally in play. Moving on to the next Sunday 1:00 game, Mikey. As we had mentioned, the Carolina Panthers are going to be taking on the Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love let us down last week. Got his teeth kicked in.
Needed him.
By Baker. Very humbling because he had been riding high there for a bit, Jordan Love. 34-20 last week against the Bucs. Falcons in their own right, coming off a win. Big W, like we had mentioned. Can Bryce Young get it done against the Green Bay Packers? They're currently plus 4.5 at home, plus 198 in the money line, 36.5 is a total. I mean, Green Bay still in the playoff hunt. Panthers obviously not so much.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty obvious, or am I wrong?
Yeah, no, I think you got to bet the chalk here and take the Packers. I think the Panthers blew their low last week with that win, that 9-7 win against the Falcons. And let's not forget, they didn't score an offensive touchdown. They won by kicking 3 field goals. They didn't look particularly good in their victory last week. And I think they're going to come up against the Packers team here that should be motivated. They've dropped 2 in a row. Like people were really gassing up the Packers, like as maybe like that, like surprise, like dark horse, even Super Bowl contender, which was crazy to me, but people were saying that. So I think they get it done this week. I think they need to kind of prove a point to prove to their fan base and as well as themselves that they are a team on the right track with an up arrow. So I think that they beat up on a bad, dysfunctional Carolina Panthers team this week. I think they cover the spread.
Yeah, it just seems like low-hanging fruit. I like low-hanging fruit. I like bananas. I like fruit in general.
I wouldn't be mad if the Panthers won this game, though. That's my disclaimer. If they win this game, that's a bet I'm willing to lose for them to win.
Yeah, honestly, I would literally kiss Bryce Young's feet if he could just pull out a W. So Bryce Young, if you're hearing this, which you're probably not, I'll kiss your feet. If you win this week,
you're a foot guy.
I'm not a foot guy.
Put it on the record. Wayne Wagyu foot guy.
Jordan Love, minus 4.5. Give it to me. Moving on. Joe Flacco. I mean, this
Mr.
QB,
75K.
Wait, no, this QB matchup that I'm about to riddle off to you, okay?
2011,
like,
baby.
It's like Madden 2011 in its prime. Case Keenum back in the day when he could ball a little bit, you know. Well, this week he's taking on Joe Flacco, Case Keenum, and the Houston Texans. Joe Flacco and the Browns, though, favored minus 2.5 on the road, minus 142 on the money line. 40.5 is the total. Mikey, Browns squeaking out a win last week against the Bears, first and foremost. In their own respect, the Texans squeaking out a win against a very tough Titans team. I did not see that coming. I know not only took the Titans, but I thought spread-wise minus 4, that was kind of a lock. Clearly, I was wrong. They won an OT. Do you think Case Keenum still has the magic this week against a pretty fucking good offense in the Browns with Joe Flacco? And now, I mean, let's not even get started on the defense, but the defense is just insane.
Yeah, defense is a little banged up, but they're still elite. This is all about the Joe Flacco show. This dude is just out there playing football again. He's got that gray beard going. He's talking to people after the game, doesn't even know how much money's in his bank account. They're talking about the $75K a week for wins. He's like, I don't know. I didn't do the contract. He's like, I just go out there and play football, and I'm happy to be out here. Just a typical Joe Flacco fucking demeanor.
He's just happy like to not be at home like watching his kids.
Dude, and honestly, good for him. Like I never was a fan of Joe Flacco because the Patriots and the Ravens had a decent little rivalry back in the day when we were still good. But now I'm happy for the guy. He's out there fucking slinging the rock. Dude still got a fucking cannon, which we saw last week, that Amari Cooper play. Even though this defense is a bit nicked up, I'm still going to roll with the Browns here and the points. I don't think Case Keenum's got the juice to fucking get this done this week. I think he's one of those backups that the league has passed him by. He's just kind of a jag as far as backup goes, which is as low as you can get for a quarterback. So, give me the Browns here.
Yeah, I just feel like the Texans with Case Keenum right now, like they're still kind of lingering in the playoff hunt. They're just like, I've seen that video. It's like just hanging around, just, they're just there. I think that they know this week, again, no CJ Stroud. They eked out a win last week. I think everyone in the Texans world knows they're running into an absolute buzzsaw right now, which is the Cleveland Browns. even on the road at -2.5, I don't like it. I love it.
Yeah.
Joe fucking Flacco, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm a fan. I never thought I'd ever say I was a Joe Flacco fan, but man, this year you are easy to fucking root for. So give me the Browns -2.5. Moving on, Mikey, we have another buzzsaw. Last week they absolutely ran through the Broncos. The Detroit Lions -3 right now on the road against Nick Mullins and the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings, like I said, are at home +150 on the money line. 46.5 is a total. I mean, Vikings are in a bad spot here. They got Detroit this week. They got a look-ahead spot in the Packers next week. And, well, even though Jay Jeff is back, and that was a huge thing for them last week. I mean, even though they lost in overtime against the Bengals, that was a huge boost. It allows Jordan Addison to really, open up across the middle. You almost didn't even see TJ Hawkinson, which was kind of worrying for me in that game. But it changes the whole dynamic of the offense. Running back there, excuse me if I missed his first name, Chandler. Maybe it's Tyson.
Ty Chandler.
Tyson.
Yeah. He looks good.
Showed some juice last week, which they were desperately needing in the backfield. I feel like this is a wicked trappy spot. I'm going to be on the Lions just because of how well they played last week.
Yeah.
And I think that they really want to just lock up, the division this week. So I'm going to take the Lions, but this is a trappy spot in my opinion. Nick Mullins didn't play that bad. The Lions, their defense have shown at times they can be exposed. Also, the Vikings run game is actually, you know what? Fuck it. Give me the Vikings +3. I'm changing my pick.
All right, live change.
Yeah, live change. Yeah, because the Vikings, you know what? Yeah, fuck it. We'll do it live.
You know what?
Give me the Vikings +3 because their run defense is good. Their defense is, at least these last 4 or 5 weeks, has been really good. How do Detroit Lions function on offense? They need to run the ball to set up the play action for Jared Goff, and if they can't set up the play action, then their offense hits a wall. We've seen that many times. Give me the give me the fucking Vikings +3. We'll do it live.
All right. I wrote down lines here, buddy. I'm fucking rolling with you. Let's go. Double switch. Which means smash the Lions, but double switch to the Vikings. Yeah, everything you just said makes perfect sense. I can't believe I'm about to put my faith in Nick Mullins, but here we are. Yeah, what's the weather? Do we know what the weather is for this game?
It's a dome game in Minnesota.
Oh, they got a dome?
It's a dome. You remember Mike fucking White? Nick fucking Mullins.
Yeah, Nick Mullins. Okay.
Nick fucking Mullins.
Okay, listen, I'm rolling with the Vikings +3. I like that. Double switch. This is going to be a bloodbath for probably.
I don't want to sound racist, but I think he's Navajo. Is he an Indian?
Nick Mullins?
Yeah.
Somebody looked at. We have to look that up.
I think
if he's a Navajo, I might put my life savings on this one because
this is the Navajo play of the week.
That is a crazy fact.
Moving on, we have the Washington Commanders taking on the New York Jets. New York Jets currently -3 on the spread, -168 in the money line, 37.5 is the total. I know the Commanders have sucked absolute nutsack this year, but I just don't know how they can favor the Jets, even being at home right now, when they don't even know who their quarterback's going to be. They sign Brett Rippon to the practice squad. Trevor Siemian is their quarterback. I mean, obviously Zach Wilson is just
concussed, allegedly.
Stone dust at this point. Fuck, man. Give me the Washington Commanders +3. This is a total close your eyes special. It's going to be a low-scoring game. 37.5. You're not going to see it. It's not going to get close to that. That's kind of where I'm at. Both teams terrible against the spread as well.
Yeah, I think the Commanders, are they rolling out Sam Howell or are they sticking with Brissett? Because Brissett came off the bench last week and was yucking it around the field.
He was. Actually, he
looked good.
He had more passing yards in one quarter than Sam Howell had in the whole game. But the Sam Howell's the future. They can't just throw in the towel,
Yeah, do they actually want to win right now? Probably not.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that makes me a little nervous. But do the Jets want to win either? No?
I think they don't really give a fuck.
I'm going to roll the Commanders with you. I wrote down the Commanders +3. I like that.
You see Garrett Wilson yelling at the head coach and Aaron Rodgers on the sideline last week.
He's yelling at Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, both of them together at the same time, just complaining. Not
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, they are dismantling, falling apart. There's nothing functional about that team anymore or organization this season.
I mean, their season was over after the second play.
Yeah.
What a wild season for the Jets, by the way. All that hope, all that happiness, just gone in 2 fucking plays. It was great to see. It was just great to see.
I got a message for you. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Fuck the Jets.
Yeah.
Fuck the Jets. All right, we're going to move on, and we're going to touch on Geno Smith coming back. It looks like Mikey Rom this week after Drew Lock just fucking
I don't know if
took
I
a
like
dump
that.
on the Eagles' chest. Philadelphia Eagles last week lost 20-17 to the Seahawks, and I kind of like the Drew Lock show. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, he's one of those guys where like, okay, we got a serviceable backup. We're still in this game. Geno Smith coming back this week. Apparently he's written back after his injury. I honestly think the Seahawks should stick with Drew Lock for a few weeks here until the wheels kind of fall off and then go back to Geno Smith. Because sometimes it's good to just ride that backup for those couple of games where they overperform and then they come back to earth. So Seahawks are in the playoff hunt. They're in a playoff race, which is why they're going back to Geno Smith as soon as they can. I think they kind of figure some stuff out on offense and defense. They get Kenneth Walker being back for them and healthy is huge because he was an elite running back at the beginning of the year, top 10 running back. Out for a few weeks with an abdominal injury. He's back. He looks healthy. And the other team has to now fear their running game again, which opens up the passing game with DK and Lockett. So
How good has DK looked these last few weeks?
he looks like a man on a mission, like trying to get the fuck out of there.
He's on all three of my fantasy football teams, by the way. Where was that all fucking season long? Because I'll tell you what, it hadn't been even remotely like close to that during the season. And then all of a sudden, like I'm eliminated from the playoffs and decides to be the best wide receiver in the league. Thank you, DK.
I don't know if it's contract year for them or he's just trying to get up out of there. But yeah, he's looked good. I'm going with the Seahawks here.
Just for all you out there listening, they are playing the Titans plus 2.5 right now. The Titans are at home plus 120 in the money line, 41.5 is a total. Tannehill's playing too, Mikey Rom. I think that's a pretty good opportunity to fade the Titans. Give me the Seahawks minus 2.5. They have just way too much to play for compared to a Titans team that's pretty much out of the playoff picture.
Yeah.
We're going to move on now, and we're going to touch on the 4 o'clock games on Sunday. Jacksonville Jaguars may be without Trevor Lawrence, Mikey, because he is in concussion protocol. Also dealing with a little bit of an ankle injury. CJ
Beathard. Beathard.
Yeah, Beathard. CJ Beathard, baby. How you doing? Playing Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Bucks. Like we had mentioned, Tampa Bay last week coming off a huge win against the Packers. They're currently favored minus 1.5 at home, minus 108 in the money line, 43.5 is a total. Possible look-ahead spot, though, is a little dangerous, even though they are playing a very good team. Look-ahead spot, divisional matchup next week against the Saints.
Big game. Huge
game, especially in a division where everyone is going to matter because every team fucking sucks.
They all stink, yep.
With or without Trevor Lawrence, and how do you feel about this game?
Yeah, so I think the line where it is now is Vegas is thinking that he's not going to play. But we've seen with these people have been talking about like recently in these concussion protocols how they're kind of sped up. Like people are getting in and out of concussion protocol a little bit faster, which I don't know, like here comes like the fucking tinfoil hat conspiracy theory, but like NFL doesn't want to see bad quarterbacks play. So I think they're kind of rushing these guys through, maybe taking off some restrictions, maybe make it a little easier to get back in there. That being said, with or without Trevor Lawrence, I like the Bucs here. Baker Mayfield has shown out this year for the Buccaneers, proven to I think everybody that he is a starting NFL caliber quarterback. I think kind of the league wrote him off. I know the fans wrote him off. Everybody kind of wrote him off, and he's kind of righted that ship there down in Tampa. So for that reason, I like the Bucs here. If they win this game, that puts them in the driver's seat for the division. And if Trevor Lawrence is that, I think they're really going to seize that opportunity. So I'm going to roll with the Bucs here.
Yeah, honestly, just because I'm not sure who's playing at quarterback, I am going to lean the over at 43.5. Both teams can put up points fast.
Yeah.
Even with CJ Beathard. I'll never get used to saying that name correctly. Beathard is in the game. I still think they have the ability to put up points just because of the weapons around him. Tampa Bay Bucks defense is good, not great. So I do like it over at 43.5, regardless of who's at quarterback. Obviously, if Trevor Lawrence plays, that total is probably going to jump up closer to like a 46.5. I think a whole field goal, in my opinion.
I think the spread will probably flip too. They'll be minus 1.5 if he is playing.
Yeah.
Which is, if that is the case, I still love the Bucs, and you're going to get them at plus money. So
Yeah, I think this is like a catch the line early, bet it small, and then if it flops because Lawrence is in, then you hammer the Bucks.
Yeah.
And go with that. All right, we're gonna move on. The Arizona Cardinals taking on the Bears. Currently, right now, Arizona Cardinals plus 4.5, plus 172 on the money line. 44.5 is the total, Mikey Rom. And I'll tell you what. So I love Cape Cod craft cocktails.
Okay.
All right. This vodka cranberry Cape Cod craft cocktail on the box, it says pairs well with lobster rolls and lazy beach days. You know what else this fucking Cape Cod craft cocktail pairs well with?
Tell me.
Fucking overs. Give me the over
All
of
right,
44.5.
All right.
Cardinals, Bears over. Don't like it, fucking love it, baby.
Yeah, I feel like we never agree on totals, but I'm on the over here too. I wrote down the over. So, yeah, I mean, this Cardinals team, by the way, side note, Trey McBride nearly ruined me last week. He put up like 28 points and nearly destroyed me.
Dude, he balls. He balls.
He's really good.
He is a very quiet top 5 tight end in the league this season.
Yeah, I agree with that. They put up points. The Bears, heartbreaking loss last week against that Cleveland team and the Browns. They needed to win that game to kind of, I don't know, they were still in the playoff hunt. Now they're probably not. But they're still going to try to win this game. The pick is not, they're picking Carolina's pick. So they're in it to win it and kind of progress as a team this year. I think these teams can both put up points. So yeah, over 44.5 seems like it makes sense.
I feel like whatever the QB rushing totals are for this game, just hammer the over.
Yeah,
both these quarterbacks going to be running around. Kyle Murray's going to be running around with those like fucking
Dude,
little
watching him
feet.
run. I swear to God, I need to get like a montage of him swinging his arms because he doesn't have like ball security because he can't because his arms is too short. So he runs with the ball like this, and it is a sight to see. He's very fast, but he looks like Mario fucking running out there. So yeah, points.
Yeah, love the over 44.5. And I'll be drinking a Cape Cod while I do it. All right, we're moving on. We have 2 teams who have just been absolutely immaculate against the spread this season, both 9-5 in their own respect. Currently, right now, Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys are plus 1.5 on the road against the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins minus 116 on the money line, 51.5 is the total. Both teams currently the second seed in their divisions. I mean, both these quarterbacks have thrived this year. I mean,
yeah.
Last year, obviously, there was kind of the Tua show. It came out, but I think this year, more than ever, has really shown that Tua, at least with the weapons around him currently, is elite.
Yeah.
And Dak, also an elite season. We have to give him credit when credit's due. He's really played well in a big way. Obviously, last week, didn't show up against the Bills.
Yeah, good team. What do you know?
Miami Dolphins play a really good defense in the Jets and smack them in the teeth still 30-0. I mean, you would think the script here is Tua and the Dolphins don't skip a beat. And mind you, that was last week without Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, is he back this week?
I do not know. But with or without Tyreek Hill, I
right.
still like Dallas plus 1.5. This Miami Dolphins team has yet to really beat a good team. All the teams they've beaten have been relatively inferior or borderline.
Yeah.
They have yet to beat a good team. And the good teams they play, they've lost against.
Yeah.
I like Dallas in a bounce back spot here against another AFC East opponent. Give me the plus 1.5. It's a very uncomfortable bet this week, but I like it. I think that Dallas knows they need to win this week. They got dealt a huge favor last week with the Eagles losing.
They got to take advantage.
And they need to take advantage. This is their time to win and lock up the division.
Yeah.
They've clinched a playoff spot, but I think they don't care about that. They want the division.
Yeah, definitely.
So give me the Dallas Cowboys plus 1.5.
Yeah, I'm with you on this one. Cowboys, I like them here in this spot. They got exposed. We all saw it last week. I've been saying they haven't played a really good team yet, and they played one and they lost. So I like them bouncing back here because everything you just said. Miami is in the same boat as them, but just in the AFC. I feel like these teams are very similar, like NFC, AFC, like their style of play, their defenses, and how their defenses play. But I like the Cowboys here to bounce back. Something is a little off with this Dolphins team. I think these last couple weeks, yes, they absolutely destroyed a bad Jets team last week, but that was their defense balling out. And they're a little nicked up at wideout. Tyreek Hill is a question mark. Jalen Waddle got hurt last week too and was out for
I did not see that.
for like half of the game. And he did come back and finish the game, but he's probably not going to be at 100%. So yeah, I like the Cowboys here. I think they bounce back. I think this is going to be actually a really fun game to watch, and this will come down to the end. So
They're expecting a lot of points, Mikey. 51.5. It's by far the highest total on the board.
yeah, how about these totals? There's been some low totals this year in the NFL. It's been weird. I feel like that's a trend.
Overs are the play of the season. To
You
be
mean
honest,
unders?
I'm sorry. Yeah, unders.
Yeah.
I'm not spitting facts right now. I'm spitting Cotter. Second one's getting to me already. All right, so it seems as though we're both on Dallas. I don't like that, but I don't give a fuck. Fine, we'll do it live.
Yeah.
Moving on, repping the Teddy Bruschi jersey today, Mikey Rom.
I like that jersey.
Trying to bring back the nostalgia of the good old days here, the winning days, because New England Patriots fucking suck. And this week they're gonna suck even more when they take on the Denver Broncos and Mr. Unlimited. Currently, right now, the New England Patriots are plus 6.5. Plus 260, 34.5 is the total. Mikey, in case you didn't know, Wayno Weather Reports is here. I have you covered. I have your back.
That's good.
Currently at Mile High Stadium. It's going to be 33 degrees on kickoff. And guess what? 56% chance of snow, which means
yeah.
basically 100% chance if you're in Colorado.
Yeah.
And I don't like the Patriots' inclement weather in this situation, just based off the fact that they're not going to be able to pass the ball.
They can't do that anyway.
They cannot do that anyway, but even more so, they would not be able to pass the ball if there's precipitation in the atmosphere.
Okay.
Now they're worrying about relying on Zeke Elliott, who, yes, is really shown
He's still got some juice.
some juice this season.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's enough to carry the load here against, an offense that can also put up decent amount of points, even though they got fucking lit up last week against the Lions. I just think that, again, I'm super chalky this week, but sometimes you just got to take the chalk and ride and fucking cross your fingers, close your eyes and hope for the best. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm taking the minus 6.5 and riding with 73% of the public.
Yeah. I'm going to route to 20. Oh, God. 73. 100 minus 73. 27.
You're riding with 27%.
Yeah. Yeah. I was good at school, but not there. I'm going with the Pats here. I think it's going to be a very low scoring game. And a touchdown is kind of a lot of points. When the Broncos win their games, they're always in kind of close defensive battles. And that's what Bill Belichick wants to play, how he wants to play as well. So this has got like 17-14 written all over it to me. So I'm going to take the 6.5 here. If this gets up to 7, I definitely like it more. But even without the hook, I'm going to roll with the Pats here and fucking Zappy. Yeah.
Scale of 1 to 10, how mad will you be if the Patriots win this week based off draft position?
Angry. Oh, angry. Oh, yeah. They're not going to win this game, but they're going to cover.
So the minus 320 is a lock. Minus 330.
As much as a lock as that
Minus
could be,
320, Mr. Unlimited Russell Wilson. You're a lock.
Yeah.
Moving on to what I think might be my play of the week, Mikey Rom.
Okay.
Very, very interesting spot here as the Kansas City Chiefs host the Las Vegas Raiders. Las Vegas Raiders currently plus 10 on the spread, Mikey. Plus 385 in the money line. 41.5 is the total. Chiefs have a look-ahead spot as well against the Bengals. Raiders just got done pulling down the Chargers' pants and fucking them from behind. And, the Chiefs skated by, whatever you want to call it. The Patriots barely, even though the total they covered, it was minus 8 was a spread. They won by 10. I mean, at the end of the game, it got a little bit hairy.
Yeah, it was closer than I think the score shows, honestly.
So the Las Vegas Raiders, what people don't realize either, is since Antonio Pierce has taken over, that defense looks outstanding. I think I read since he's taken over, like they've only been allowing about 9 points a game.
Wow.
Against a Chiefs offense that has
They
clearly
got some
been
problems.
trying to find an identity on offense because we're 16 weeks in. And I don't think truly they've really found it. Isaiah Pacheco out last week. I don't know if he's back this week with or without him. I think that plus 10 is a big spread. Give me the Las Vegas Raiders. Give me Aiden O'Connell and give me the plus 10 riding with the fucking Antonio Pierce wagon and riding off to the sunset and counting my fucking dollar bills, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, 10 is too many points here, right? I just with how these two teams have looked on the field. There's something wrong with that Chiefs offense. I can't really put my finger on it per se, but people are dropping. They've got the bad case of the drops. Even Kelsey is somehow caught this disease of the drops for the Kansas City team. They don't have their number one running back. I mean, the other McKinnon and Clyde Edwards-Helaire are both serviceable backups, but I think eventually teams are going to start to be able to handle them a little bit better as more film gets put on tape. I like the Raiders here. I like the way that they're playing, and I just think 10 points is too much. I think this is just a simple, easy handicap.
Also, a side note, this is Christmas, by the way.
Christmas, yeah.
This is Christmas.
We're on Monday. This is Monday.
Monday, 1 o'clock, Christmas Day, and also chance of rain in this forecast. So, even more so, I like the Raiders here.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes throwing in the rain. This game will be close. Moving on to the Christmas 4:30 game, Monday, that is. Danny DeVito. I mean, Tommy DeVito.
Danny DeVito. Shout out Danny DeVito. Great actor.
I know. I'm only fucking with you.
Shout out.
I'm fucking with you. New York Giants taking on the Eagles. Currently, Giants plus 11.5, plus 490 on the money line. 42.5 is the total, Mikey. And I'll tell you what. It is a lonely place in Philadelphia right now. It is
It's
a
a rough
lonely
patch.
place
Rough patch.
in Philadelphia right now. And just what I had said earlier in the season, I don't know how good this Philadelphia Eagles team is just based off their secondary and some other holes they have. They kind of like kicked down some walls, made some wins happen, and didn't get exposed. And now all of a sudden at the end of the season, 3 games in a row, played some legit competition, some teams fighting for contention like last week against the Seahawks. And it's a different story. It's a tale of two teams here. I am a little scared going into this game against a Giants team who has found a little bit of identity now with DeVito at quarterback. They got everybody in New York fucking saying, how you doing? And I kind of like the Giants here plus 11.5. I also like the total over 42.5 just for the sake of the fact that Eagles have shown they have holes in their secondary. I think that now the Giants offense is able to at least move the ball. It is back-to-back road spots here. The beginning of back-to-back road spots here for the Giants. They're on the road next week against the Rams as well, but it's not going to scare me off the line. Give me the plus 11.5.
Yeah, it makes sense what you said. If the Eagles lose this game, their season is over. It's been an all-time collapse these last few weeks. I mean, they've just looked terrible, like a completely different team. We always kind of knew, like you said, the defense is pretty porous, but they've really, really been exposed these last few weeks. And especially their secondary, I think, has been exposed. But what is the Eagles' strength on defense is their defensive line. The Giants don't have a very high-flying pass game, even with DeVito in there. I think we kind of understand that. So they're kind of playing into the Eagles' strength here. I think the Eagles is a must-win for them. They have to win this game to, still be in contention for the division. I think they do get it done here and cover this spread. I think this is a get-right game for them. Division opponent, have to win. If they lose this game, Nick Sirianni, people are going to start looking at him, I think. Because, yes, they're still, obviously, their record says they're a very good team, but they're really being exposed these past few weeks. So give me the Eagles in the points here. 11.5 is a lot of fucking points, but I feel like this is one of those games where the Eagles win by 28, and we just are like, oh, yeah, they're still good.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not betting this game, to be completely honest. But, yeah, I could see that script panning out, too.
Yep.
Moving on to the last game of the slate, Christmas night, 8 o'clock game. We have a potential Super Bowl preview, Mikey Rob.
It's a good game.
I will tell you what.
Good
Roger
game.
Goodell is somewhere right now, probably in his man cave in his basement, in his leather chair, his favorite leather chair, stroking himself right now to the fact that there is a Super Bowl preview happening here in San Francisco as the Baltimore Ravens will be taking them on. They're currently plus 5.5, Mikey. Plus 194 on the money line, 46.5 was the total is. I feel like the NFL is so unbelievably happy how the schedule, how the records panned out, and they have this Christmas Day Super Bowl preview potentially to cap off the NFL Week 16 slate. I mean, it's a fucking beautiful script. How does it end? I personally think it ends in the San Francisco 49ers just absolutely throat fucking Lamar Jackson.
I know you're
and
going
the
to go this way,
Baltimore
yeah.
Ravens. Lamar Jackson,
Could've
go fuck
guessed.
yourself. Baltimore Ravens, go fuck yourself. Justin Tucker, go fuck yourself. Give me the 49ers. Give me Brock Purdy. Give me everything about the San Francisco 49ers here in NFL Week 16. -5.5. Smash, smash, smash.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a Lamar Jackson hate. I'll never understand it, but I respect that you keep it burning with that passion. We like passion here on the DGen podcast.
I stay consistent.
Yeah, you do, no matter what. Yeah, there's been a lot of talk in the sports, I don't know what you call it, sports media this week about if Lamar Jackson's actually had a good year or not. He's thrown as many touchdowns as Mac Jones, and he has more turnovers than any other quarterback in the league this year.
Remember I told you like way back when like that his like turnover to touchdown ratio is like actually really bad because he fumbles all the fucking time.
Yeah, he fumbles a lot, but he's also running the ball a lot. It doesn't excuse the fumbles, but there's definitely more opportunity for him to fumble. That being said, I mean, I'm with you here. The 49ers they are a team peaking at the right time. We use that cliche a lot. I think it absolutely applies to them here. They're healthy on offense. I think they're probably the healthiest team on offense, maybe out of everybody at this point of the season. I mean, all of their elite weapons are on the field and playing hard. Their defense, they still have a solid core with that front seven. Secondary again has been a little bit suspect this year, but when you have an elite pass rush and a good set of linebackers in there, kind of covers that up a bit. And the Ravens passing attack is not something to be feared. Yes, they've produced a little bit this year, but it's not like they're an elite group. They want to run the ball. They want to keep the game close and kind of keep the ball away. And for those reasons, that's playing right into the 49ers. I love them here as well. I think, like you said, the NFL got lucky having this game in prime time on Christmas Day. I think it's going to be a great game, but I think the 49ers ultimately just absolutely smashed them, like you said.
So just like the Philadelphia Eagles got dealt some serious humble pie when they played the 49ers. I think the same thing happens to the Ravens.
Yeah.
Also, Ravens look ahead spot. It's hard to look ahead when you're playing possibly the best team in the league, but they do have a look ahead spot against the Dolphins as well next week. So back-to-back tough matchups.
We're going to find out if they're good these next couple
we're going to find out real fast.
Find out.
Honestly, I'm throwing a bag on the fucking 49ers this week. I fucking mean that. I swear to fucking God.
This is the fucking bailout special at the end of the week.
Yeah, this is it.
Well,
make your money back special.
Actually, this is a Monday. So for all of you gamblers out there that maybe were gambling before it was legal, Monday is a different week. So this is a get your week ready for a good week kind of game.
Yeah, this is a smash spot. Absolute smash spot at -5.5. And if you really are that worried, I feel confident to lock up, I think, a -235 money line here on the podcast. Do it live.
Right?
Yeah, honestly, like fucking throw a bag on -235 and close your eyes and go to bed and wake up and reap the benefits. Mikey, that's the end of the podcast. But wait, there's more. Lock Dog Tease segment. Bonus lock as well.
Yeah.
I have an absolute banger tease this week. And if this doesn't cash, I'm going to be absolutely devastated because when I built this, I felt so unbelievably confident. I was like the DeVito is just out there doing this.
You're booking your vacation.
Booking my vacation, all this, that. And yeah, so stay tuned because the tease, it's on fire. Lock, though, your first lock would be
Rams. Thursday night, I've been hot. I'm going to roll with the Rams here, 4.5. I think they just have too much firepower, and I think they get this done. 4.5. Lock it up.
my first lock. Loving the Cardinals Bears over 44.5. I think that this, honest to God, could be upwards close to 60 points.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a fucking slam play. Your dog, are they barking this week?
Yeah, I got a short dog here, Cowboys. Kind of a safer play, but I like them here to win. Plus 1.5 is a short dog. I also kind of like the Commanders this week. If you want to sprinkle a bonus dog out there. So, yeah.
I'm possibly taking one of the biggest dogs on the slate this week. Give me the Raiders fucking money line this week, baby. Plus 385. I hope Antonio Pierce, I think, is just going to throat fuck Patrick Mahomes. That's like my motto of the night tonight.
Yeah, you're big on the throw fucking this week.
Fucking I got a lot of fucking aggression, Mikey. Raiders money line. Dog.
All right, bonus lock, go.
No, tease.
You didn't give away your bonus lock.
No, we got to do tease first.
Tease first?
Yeah, what's your tease?
Tease and Rams down to 2.5 and Raiders up to 14.5.
All right, J5, I want you to tell me if you would ride this tease, honestly and truthfully. So listen up. Cowboys plus 4.5, Broncos minus 2.5, Raiders plus 14.5, Bengals plus 3.5, Bills minus 6.5, and rounding it out, Packers minus 2.5 plus 958.
Can I tell you what the scariest part of that is?
What's the scariest part?
The Patriots do something stupid.
I agree.
Fuck the Patriots.
No,
Mr.
I'm telling you,
Unlimiteds. Mr.
I'm
Unlimiteds.
with Jay
Dude,
Fine. That one's tough. Take them out, I'm in.
Take them out, you're in?
Yeah.
I ain't taking them out. Fuck
All
you.
right, all right.
Go fuck yourself. Bonus lock. Who do you got?
Well, I had the over in the Cardinals Bears, but now I feel like I gotta pick something else because you took them for your lock.
Didn't we like another over here? We liked...
Yeah, we like the Bills Chargers over. Yeah, lock that up. Bills Chargers
Yeah,
over.
Bills Chargers. Yeah, you seem pretty good about that.
Yeah, bonus
All
lock.
right. So, Mikey, just because we're in the heart of Christmas here, your boy Wayne Wagyu has 3 bonus locks.
Jeez. All right.
3 bonus locks.
It's going to be a bad week for you.
No, it's going to be a good week. It's going to be a fantastic week. I feel pretty good. I threw the Santa hat, all that good stuff.
Didn't fit, though. That's got to be an omen. Didn't fit.
It is an omen.
I'm
It is
sorry.
an omen.
Just tell it like it is.
First bonus lock. Give me the Bengals minus 1.5. Second bonus lock, I'm riding with Mikey Rom. Rams minus 4.5. And rounding it out, I don't care what Jay Fine and you say. Give me the fucking Broncos minus 6.5.
Oh,
Fuck Bailey Zappi. Bill Belichick. See you fucking later. Mr. Unlimited's here to stay.
all right.
Denver fucking Broncos.
All right.
In a fucking snowstorm, baby. Let's ride.
Real quick.
Let's ride.
Real quick. Where do you think Belichick coaches next year?
Oh, I mean, everyone's like San Diego, this and that, blah, 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 blah.
San Diego.
Honest to God truth. How unbelievably nostalgic would it be if they hired him in New York to be the Jets coach again?
I was thinking that. They trade him back to the Jets.
There's been
my God.
chirps of, and excuse me, Jets head coach name, I'm drawing a blank.
Robert Saleh.
Robert Saleh. There's been chirps about Saleh losing his job, the mismanagement of the team even after Rodgers left and even before. Yeah, I think that he's surprisingly on the hot seat. I actually like Saleh too, but I actually would not be surprised if Bill Belichick ended up on the Jets next season.
That would be great.
With a quarterback who he tried to bring here at one point in Aaron Rodgers. He loves Aaron Rodgers and thinks extremely
but
highly
does
of
Aaron
him.
Rodgers love him? I think it's a question.
I
Aaron
honestly-
Rodgers is a.
I don't think it matters.
Is an intricate guy.
He did
I don't
come
think
up-
they're gonna mesh.
He did come out today, though, and say that next year, because obviously this year he's probably not going to play, next year will not be his last year in the NFL.
It's a fucking bold statement coming off an Achilles, but we'll see.
Yeah.
we'll see. At 39.
Well, we also keep it bold here on the podcast, Mikey, and drink Cape Cod craft cocktails. This, like we said tonight, drinking the vodka cranberry with a hint of mint. If you are tempted this holiday season to drink a Cape Cod craft cocktail, go to CapeCotta.com, click the Find Us tab, find a local package store near you, and sip up. And as always, drink responsibly. And this podcast is presented to you by Sleeper. Go to the App Store, download the Sleeper app, use promo code RF-DGEM podcast to get a 100% deposit match on your first deposit up to $100. Mikey, perfect opportunity to make some extra money for your Christmas shopping last minute. And last but not least, Sunday Swagger. Use the next promo code of DGEN15 at sundayswagger.com to get 15% off your entire bag at checkout. Golf season will be here soon enough, Mikey. I actually was thinking the other day I would really like come golf season to work that into the rotation.
I like that.
Start doing some golf bets.
I'm down.
I think that would
Definitely
be
down.
fucking hilarious.
Can I bet on Charlie Woods to win a major someday? Is that something I can
Dude,
bet? There's got to be out there, right?
I mean, talk about
That's a DGen bet. Listen, I'm about to bet
Charlie
on a
Woods to win a major, baby.
14-year-old bets, baby. Let's fucking get it.
Can we? Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah. I mean, that's a mortal lock. Charlie Woods
That's
to
what
win a
I'm
major.
fucking saying. I feel like it's gonna happen, but can I bet it? I don't know. We'll find out. I'm
Well-
sure I can find some like Thailand book to bet it on or some shit. I
When
don't know.
you do, let me know. Guys, Merry Christmas. I hope you guys are safe, happy, get everything you want from Santa this holiday. And anything else, Mikey, you want to chip in with?
No, Christmas will be good. Christmas Eve, Wayne and Wagyu and Mike and Ron will be together. We'll have a good night.
More root beer shots?
if you come with root beer shots, you're dead. Dead. Apple pie or die. But yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. Hope everyone's bets win this week. Hope everybody in fantasy playoffs win this week. I know I'm still in it for one league. I got a DraftKings championship as well. So good luck to everyone in the bets, and have a good Christmas.
Mikey Ron about to make an absolute bag.
Nah, probably not.
Well, we can hope anyways. Merry Christmas, everybody. See you guys later.
Peace.
It's time. Your triple bogey, long shot parlay, full send degenerates at a place to call home.